Hello guys, this is Joyce from Enjoy Scrap and Chew. So today we're finishing up the journal we started. This is using the Lindy's Stamp Gang sprays, and you can see that fantastic shimmer and texture from the Prima clear crackle paste. What I love about this crackle paste, especially the clear one, is that you can still see the color underneath, and I think that's super cool. And you can see the back that it really bled through because I really sprayed so much sprays that it actually bled through the back. I like puddled it. So now I'm going to do some stamping, and I'm using this Joggles stamp set. It's called Nonsense Latin. It's perfect because it has really small writing, and I really like that. So I'm using Stays On. And now here is where I'm kind of making some drips with the sprays, the exact same sprays that I've used. I wanted to create some drips because I don't think I can spray anymore. I think it might tear. I absolutely love these sprays. So this is where I make a mistake. Right after this, I'm kind of putting some white drips here using the Hero Arts Unicorn spray, kind of tapping it a little bit because I want this to look like a galaxy. Kind of reminded me of that. So here I grab the whip spackle here. And then what I do, I wanted to try to tint it to silver. I want a silver embossing paste. So I go ahead and spray this Distress spray. And I'm mixing it here, and I'm realizing it's not silver enough. So I keep adding and adding and adding. So it became really liquidy. And I'm thinking, oh, it's a little bit too liquidy because I sprayed so much of the silver. But I go ahead and use it anyways. So I totally almost messed up this page. I was so upset. And here you can see that the paste is not a paste anymore. It's like a liquid form almost. It's runny. And I didn't have a star stencil, so I went ahead and just used this die cut that I cut out a whole bunch of stars using my electronic die cutting machine. So this is actually cardstock. And here I'm trying to spread it, but it's because it's so runny that it ran, of course, under. And look at that. It's like a big blob. And I was so upset. I'm like, oh my goodness, my page, my beautiful, gorgeous page, it took me all day to create. So I go ahead and try to wipe it off as much as possible. So adding a little bit of water and then try to wipe it off. So I almost wiped off most of it. And you can still kind of see that silver between the cracks, but that's okay. That's better than that big blob I created. So I grabbed the whip spackle again, and now I'm just putting the white whip spackle over it. And then I'm thinking after this, I'm like, why didn't I use the Faber-Castell Texture Luxe, the silver Texture Luxe, instead of trying to tint it? That would have been a lot easier. But I realized that after I did all this. So I'm like, oh my goodness, it's going to look kind of funny. So I went ahead and scraped off some of them, the stars that kind of look deformed. And then I added a little bit more sprays on top of it. They were too white. So I went ahead and printed this quote from my computer. It says, stars cannot shine without the darkness, because that kind of reminded me of a galaxy. And here I'm using the Tim Holtz distressing tool, and I'm distressing all the edges. And then I'll come back. And I decided that I want the star and the shine to be larger. So I went ahead and used the Tim Holtz stamp set. I believe it's called, I forgot what it was called. But So you can see that fantastic texture and the colors through these cracks. I really, really love it. Love the crackle paste. Look at that. I think I'm addicted to it. I want to like spray again on the opposite page. So I'm laying down my quote, and then you can see that I have outlined the stars, and I did that using the Deco Art Carbon Black paint, and I've used thin brush again, and I went all around the star so that the stars can pop out a little bit more. Instead of using like a marker or anything, I decided to use the paint. That was because there was so much texture in the back. With the pen, I wasn't getting an even coverage, so I decided to use the paint and a tiny little brush. So that took some time, but I really like the way it turned out. And here I'm trying to attach my quote using the Eileen's glue. Again, because of the texture in the back, it wasn't sticking too well, so I went ahead and used this thick glue. And I come back once it's all adhered. I went around my quote with the same paint, and I've also painted over the stars and the shine so that it's a lot darker. And you can see that fantastic shimmer again, gorgeous colors, the texture. I really love it. On the stars, I've also added the sugar glitter paste from Bo Bunny. Here, you can see that. I think this texture paste is amazing. The cracks are amazing. And I really had fun creating this. And you'll see a close-up photo of this in a bit. And you can see that this page is really, really heavy. But this journal takes a lot of liquid and sprays. So I really love this journal. So you can see that the cracks and the different colors from the Lindy Stamp Gang, as well as the Bo Bunny, both gold and the bronze. And I've also used some carbon black here and there. Look at that. Oh my God, I'm in love with it. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did, and I'll catch you back next time. Thanks. Bye.